Jay Slater's disappearance has links to an established criminal network in Tenerife, an ex-cop working on the case has claimed. Mark Williams Thomas, who has made documentaries on Madeleine McCann and Jimmy Savile, provided a video update on the case in which he made the bombshell claim. The former detective claimed today that his efforts have opened up an established criminal network with links to drugs, violent crime and thefts. He said, "As part of this investigation we have sought to speak with all of the people Jay had contact with whilst in Tenerife. The result of this digging has opened up an established criminal network with links to drugs, violent crime and theft. At this stage I cannot expand any further on what we now know. I'm unable to say if this network has anything to do with Jay's disappearance, but remain open-minded as we continue to investigate." Mark also revealed that convicted drug dealer Ayub Qasim is in fact the mystery man known as Johnny Vegas. Up until now it was believed the nickname referred to the second man Jay traveled back to Qasim's Airbnb with, but Mark has revealed otherwise. It comes after the Sun revealed Ayub, 31, rented the £40 a night holiday let under a different surname with the unnamed friend Jay, 19, went to the Airbnb called Casa Buena Tina in northwest Tenerife at around 5 a.m. on June 17, just hours before he vanished. Mark said, "We know the two men who took Jay back to the rental apartment were key people to speak to. As a result I've now spoken in some detail to one of these men, Ayub Qasim, who is known as Johnny Vegas." In a huge development, the former cop also revealed, "And I've also identified the other male who was with him, but I've not yet spoken to him." The second man remains a key piece of the puzzle in the bizarre mystery of Jay's disappearance. Qasim, who booked the Airbnb under the surname Abdul, and his friend spoke to Spanish police after Jay vanished. Officials deemed them irrelevant to the ongoing investigation and let them fly home to the UK the very next day. During Mark's bombshell video he said, "Ayub has provided me with his account of what he says happened on that morning, Monday the 17th of June. The former cop goes on to describe a chain of events that align with what we already know. Jay didn't want to leave a rave in the early hours of June 17 with his friends Brad and Lucy, when they headed back to their hotel. Instead, Mark explains, he wanted to carry on partying and he said he had nowhere to stay. Qasim offers their holiday let as a bolt hole for the night, and along with his unnamed friend, drives Jay back. The next morning, Mark says Qasim told him he offered Jay a lift back to Los Cristianos and tells him no bus is coming. Mark goes on, Ayub says, he says to him, "Mate, just chill out. I'll drop you off in town when I wake up properly." Jay, went, "No, no, no, no. I'm hungry. I need to get a scran. And the woman told me I can get a bus every 10 minutes to Los Cristianos." Ayub says he replies, "There's no bus coming. This is my green door if you need me." He says he shut the door. Jay walks away and Ayub, goes back to sleep. Ayub, then says he gets a call from a friend of Jay's who says that he's in a ditch somewhere and has been cut by a cactus. Qasim, who the Sun revealed was jailed for 9 years in 2015, previously insisted, Jay came to the house alive, and he left the house alive. Qasim added, "I let the geezer stay at mine because he had nowhere else to go. His friends had all left him. I know Jay, through friends, I'm not going to bring someone back to mine if I don't know them. I'm doing the geezer a favor and now my face is all over the news. It's a bit mental. I haven't even done anything." Jay's own family returned to the Tenerife mountains yesterday to keep searching for the teen. Police called off their mammoth efforts last Sunday. Jay's exhausted uncle, Glenn Duncan, told The Sun that he is now convinced others were involved in his nephew's disappearance. He said, "I've been thinking third-party involvement from the start. There's just some things that have already been out there." In a bombshell claim, Glenn said he was baffled by the police decision to rule out the two men who Jay spent the night with at a £40 a night Airbnb before he vanished. Despite police clearing the Brit men to return to the UK, there have been calls for police to speak to them again amid the ongoing mystery of Jay's disappearance. They drove Jay to their remote cottage in the mountains, high above the colourful strip of Tenerife's club scene, after meeting him at a music festival.